name is John Moore, and this is my wife, Kristin Moore, and we own Moore Personal Training. It is a private transformation studio here in Winchester. Our address is 1009 Allen Drive, and our phone number is 540-409-1821. We want to ask you a quick question about fitness. When you hear that word, we want you to start thinking, what do you think about? Most people go two different directions with this. The first one is extreme over-the-top cardio. The other is extreme over-the-top weightlifting or bodybuilding. And we're going to kind of bring that in and say that's okay if that's where you are in your fitness journey, but most people aren't there yet. So we're going to bring it down to the basics and show you a couple things to get this whole thing started. Something we should have learned when we were very young, and nobody ever teaches us this, is how to get up and down off the ground correctly. So the first thing we're going to do is actually get Kristin on the ground and show you how to get off the ground correctly. So down we go. So all we have to do first is make sure that we have her body in the right position. And the way to do that is making sure there is a 90-degree angle on both the front leg and the back leg. Once she's there, she's going to distribute her weight evenly and push her weight into her front heel and her back toe and pretend that there's a pole right through the top of her head. And then she's going to push up evenly and go straight up. And then slow right back down. This is the right way to get up. Now we're going to show you a bunch of ways that people do it, and there's a progression of how you lose the ability to do this. So the first way you do it is with one arm on her hand. She's going to push up and use her hand and come back up, which is fine. She still got up. Everything was okay. But now we're going to do it again. And the next step is she's going to use both hands and a slight lean and come straight up. Now, she's still up, and that's fine, except it's starting to get a little bit more difficult for her. So we're going to do it again. This time it's going to be a hand on the ground, so she's going to start using things around her to come off the ground. Now, she's still up, but starting to get worse here. So back down we go. This time it's going to be a two-handed on the ground, climbing up her body. It's going to be all kinds of effort to get up. So she pulls her foot in. She's going to like climb up her body and use her legs, and everything comes up. And this is how we start to get the progression downward. So the next step after that would be grabbing onto a chair, grabbing a counter, or doing something along those lines. That's okay as long as you're getting up, but down the road, she might be in a room where there's nothing to grab onto and you're not going to be able to get up, and you need to push your little button to have somebody come get you. So what we want to do is find out where you are on that scale and then teach you how to go backwards and slow it down so you're not progressing the other direction. It's a great workout. You just have to make sure you do both sides evenly. The next thing we're going to show you is how to get out of a chair correctly. Most people do this wrong as well. So we're going to have Kristin sit down. I'm going to go over here. So we're going to show you the right way to do this first. So she's going to put her feet out forward again, same as before, getting a 90-degree angle in both legs. And all she's going to do is put her weight into her feet, slightly lean her or shift her weight over, and then come off of the chair and then straight up. That's the right way to do it. Now we're going to show you a couple wrong ways. The average person, if I were to put them in this position and say go, this is what they would do with their feet. So go. They immediately pull them back underneath and shift their weight up. Now, right now that's okay, but if you watch when you pull them back, her weight goes into her knees, which is exactly what we want to avoid. Years and years of that extra pressure can cause a problem, so we want to avoid that as much as possible. The problem with it is, when we're younger, we can do this and it doesn't hurt, so we just keep on doing it over and over again. So now, this is what we want to get. So back out to the 90 degrees. Coming off of the chair is the hardest part. So we're going to show you, all you have to do is pull up and hover right over the chair. Shifting the weight, and you're able to hover right there, and then bring it right back down. And now we'll do that again. We'll hover for a second, and then up we go. So there's the control, and this part is effortless, all the way up. Very simple. Right back down, hover, and then sit. Now the fun one, Kristin gets to fall down. So we're going to show you what happens when you do this really wrong when you get much older. Pull your feet way back. This time she's going to use a lot more effort because she's getting older and things are going to be harder. So she's going to launch herself forward and watch what happens when there's no stability. Down she goes. So what happens if you put your feet where they belong, so you have to get those feet out in front of you. So it's a straight leg down. Same launch, same amount of effort, and she doesn't go anywhere. She has total control, and she can control that and hold it. right? So back up again. And slowly go back down. Notice she pushes her butt back to the chair. She doesn't plop into it. So this is a great workout as well. We can pulse it, so come up a little, and back down slow, and back to that again, and back down. This time come into it, and then all the way up. Nice and slow, slow down, and control. Very controlled. It doesn't seem like it's a crazy workout, but it's actually a great way to start and the biggest thing is making sure that your body's in the right position to do this. Most of us do things crazy fast. We want to get it done, so we don't pay attention. So we want to slow everything down and make sure that we know exactly where our bodies are. So this is something you want to look at, find out where you are in the progression of all of these two exercises, and then slow it down and find out where you want to be and how much you have to correct it. And thanks for watching, and we will see you soon.
See you later.